Welcome back to day 10 of the 21-day live hats challenge. Woo, day 10. Good people, man, we on day 10. So if you just jumping in, welcome. I'm FL, your life coach, right? And if you've been joining me every day, then you already know how we've been getting down, baby. We've been dealing with identity. We've been talking about decision making, right? We've been talking about beliefs, talking about tending to your garden. Just go check out the other 9 videos. But today, we talking about freedom, good people. Day 10 is about freedom. I ain't talking about the freedom that you thinking about. Now, we ain't talking about financial freedom. Being free. Being free. Yeah, good people, that's day 10 of the book. Listen. Oh, man, my eyes is watering, man. Listen, day 10. Free yourself, good people. Listen, because you cannot untie somebody while you still tied up. That's day 10 today, good people. We talking about it. Freeing yourself. So listen, man, I wrote down this. You cannot liberate someone else without first liberating yourself. Why are you trying to untie somebody when you still tied up? When you still tied up. That's what we talking about today. We talking about untangling yourself, untangling your soul so you can help other people. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's get into it then. I'm not going to hold you long, good people. Let's get right into it. So listen, I wrote down this. Helping others while still trapped yourself. Man, listen, you got to learn to untangle yourself. Trying to fix relationships without freeing your own relationship. Come on. That's like a personal trainer, right? Trying to train you on health and you healthier than they are. You got to free yourself. You got to do it for you first, then to everybody else. Watch this. Ministry begins at home. Oh my God, there go that book again. And then it spreads abroad. You got to free your damn self first. Listen, being tied up and trapped emotionally, mentally, financially, identity, right? Right? You got to free yourself. Most of us are trying to free people while still locked in the same closet. Ooh, we. That's what I just said. Y'all locked in the same room and you trying to free them. That don't work like that. You got to free you first. Listen, you don't need, check this out. Check this out. I wrote this down. No, I'm going to skip that one. I wrote this down. Freedom starts internally, not externally. So any area of your life that you feel trapped in, any area of your life, if you feel trapped in your money, if you feel trapped in your identity, if you feel trapped in your relationships, if you feel trapped in your health, not just physical, but mental, spiritual, emotional health, listen, the lock is from the inside out. All you got to do is unlock it from the inside out and open up the door and walk out, right? Then you can go back. Watch this, another passage from the book. It said, after you overcome, right? After you overcome, right? Then go back and do what? Strengthen your brother. Too many of us trying to strengthen our brother and we tied up and we can't get loose. How you gonna help somebody like this? Yeah, good people, we about to get into it. Listen, so I'm about to set this up before I read from day 10, and then I'm gonna get you up out of here, man. Like I said, every day we hatching in the month of January. I told you I was gonna jumpstart your January this year and help you hatch into the best version of yourself. So yeah, so listen, I want you to focus on this as we go into this. Like I already said, you cannot loose others while still being bound yourself. Focusing on others gives the illusion of progress. Ooh, wait. You trying to help other people, that gives you the illusion that you're growing, that you're progressing, but you still like this. You still tied up. See what I'm saying? Listen, other people don't control your destiny unless you let them, right? Unless you let them, right? Stop taking advice from people who are tied up. You trying to get to where you trying to go, your destiny, but you taking advice from people that's tied up like you. Can't do that. If you trying to get to California and you never been, who you gonna listen to? Somebody who's actually been there, or somebody who's telling you how to get there in theory? Because they ain't never been there like you. Yeah, man, we about to get into it. Listen, I wrote this down before I read the passage, man. I wrote this down. What others say has no power over your destiny unless your nervous system agrees with it. Stop worrying about what other people are saying. Stop worrying about what other people are doing. Stop taking advice from people who are not doing what you're trying to do, right? Because when you do, if you accept that, your nervous system, that's what's hindering your destiny. Not them, not their words. You accepted it as true. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so come on. We're about to get in day 10 right now. We're about to get in day 10 right now. Free yourself, good people. Listen. Think about this. You and someone you know are tied up and trapped in a closet. You begin to tell that person how to get free. And you then start trying to help free this person. The only problem is that you are tied up and trapped also. Oh, we. Are you getting the picture? This is what we do in our everyday lives with our relationships with people. We try to untie and loose others when we are not loosed ourselves. You cannot liberate another without first liberating yourself. Stop focusing on what others are doing and saying. It has no direct impact on your destiny unless you let it. Free your mind, think differently, live differently. Yeah, time to meditate. We'll get to that meditation part in a minute, though. We'll get to that meditation part in a minute. Because what I really want to hit on that, did you stop focusing on what others are doing and saying? Why are you worried about what somebody else doing? Right? Stop focusing on that. Free yourself. Focus on you. Jesus said it like this, right? Pull the beam out your own eye before you try to pull the speck out of somebody else's eye. Stop focusing on other people. Focus on you. Stop worrying about what people are saying about you. You need to be worried about what you're saying about you. Oh, we. Stop focusing on what other people are saying about you. You need to be worried about what you're saying about you, because your words about you matter more than anybody else's. Okay? So remember that. Listen, what people say has no direct impact on your destiny unless you let it. I said that already. Free your mind, think differently, live differently. I want you to really hear this. Freedom, freeing yourself, right? Freeing yourself is not selfish or rebellion. It's called responsibility, good people. Watch this. Liberation begins with self-regulation. Watch this. What do a plane tell you? When a plane is about to crash, what do they always tell you? Who they tell you put the mask on first? Even with your kids there, even with your family there. Who they tell you to put the mask on first if the plane is crashing? You. You know why? Because you're no good to nobody else if you can't save you. How you going to try to save somebody else then you die? Think about that. You got to put the mask on yourself first, good people. Listen, stop fighting your destiny, right? I wrote this down. Don't fight destiny. Just create a container big enough to hold it. Capacity. Man, look. I'm going to tie this into neuroscience because you know how I do it. I'm going to tie this into neuroscience real quick, and then we about to read this meditation, right? And then we about to get up out of here, good people, because I want you to free yourself. So listen, check this out. I wrote this down. This is neuroscience language now. Helping others while dysregulated. You know what that's called, good people in science? Trauma bonding. Oh, we. How many of us has ever connected to people through our pain? Oh, we, right? Through our trauma. Oh, we. Through our subconscious loops, right? Watch this. When you connect with somebody through trauma bonds, when one person decides to open up the door from being trapped and walk out, the other person that's been in that closet with them, they feel betrayed because the connection was formed through trauma, through pain, not through purpose, not through gifting, not through calling, not through authenticity, right? Is what I'm trying to say. So trauma bonds are real, good people. Trauma bonds are real. Listen, the brain defaults to control when it doesn't feel safe. You hear me say that? Your nervous system's only job is to what? Keep you safe, right? Right? So your brain defaults to that. This is neuroscience. This is what I'm telling you about freeing yourself. Your brain defaults to that, right? Right? If it doesn't feel safe. right? So watch this. Freedom, freeing yourself, freeing your being, freeing your soul requires prefrontal cortex engagement. That's the CEO of the brain, right? And the amygdala, amygdala. Oh, I can't even say that word, good people. I know what word I'm trying to say. I can't even get it out. But that's the part of your brain that detects threat, drive fear, urgency, and survival reactions. That's the part. Your brain has three different parts. So watch this. I'm bringing this home for you. Self-liberation, self-liberation, self-liberation equals nervous system safety. If your nervous system doesn't feel safe, you're not going to be able to scale. You're not going to be able to grow. You're not going to be able to expand because your nervous system don't feel safe. When your nervous system does feel safe, you know what that creates? Clarity increases, identity stabilizes, those old patterns, those old thinking loops that had you trapped in that closet, right? They loosen. And now you get to open up the door and walk out and walk out. Listen. In the meditation, I use fearfully and wonderfully made. You know why I use that text, right? You know why I use that text? Because in the Hebrew, the word fearfully means intentional with care. The word wonderful means set apart, distinct, beyond comparison, right? So I want you to hear this, right? So you can free yourself today. You were not rushed. You were not an accident. You were not a mass production. Your nervous system, personality, and your wiring was all intentional. You don't need permission to be free. You need to stop fighting your design, good people, and come home to you. That's what Dirty Be You is all about. That's what hatching is all about. It's not changing into a completely different person, same DNA. It's just changing forms, coming back home to you. So I wrote this down, and then we're gonna get into the meditation, man. I wrote this down, and then we're gonna get into the meditation. I said, you don't need more willpower, right? You don't need more willpower. You don't need more vision. You don't need another dream. You don't need none of that. You don't need more. You don't need more motivation. You need regulation and activation. Regulation of the nervous system, activation of your prefrontal cortex. That's the organizer of the brain that organizes. Anyway, you have to do that research on your own because we don't got time for that. So listen, we about to go into the meditation. And when we go into the meditation, I want you to really sit with it. You know what I'm saying? I want you to really sit with the meditation. I want you to really focus on it and breathe through it and really be honest with yourself. So stop right there, clear your mind, relax, move all thoughts out of your head. Open your hands with your palms facing upward. Repeat, I take full responsibility for what I've done in life, and what I've done is not who I am. I am fearfully and wonderfully made. I have a divine purpose to fulfill, and nobody can stop me from fulfilling my purpose, not even me. Ooh, we. I give myself permission to become the person that God fully created me to be, and I receive the prosperity of God in my life. Repeat this statement 3 times a day, morning, noon, and before bed. Good people, I really want you to repeat that statement. Make it your own, though. Like I said, I wrote this book over a decade ago. So some of my beliefs I've hatched from, but a lot of them I've just seen them from a different level of consciousness. So today, that concludes day 10. I want you to sit with that meditation. I really want you to repeat to yourself 3 times a day so your prefrontal cortex can activate. Like I said, you don't need more motivation. You don't need another dream, right? You don't need more willpower. You don't need somebody pushing you. You need regulation and activation. And we're going to keep doing that together. You got to regulate your nervous system, make it feel safe enough to expand, and then activate your prefrontal cortex. So join me tomorrow, man, for day 11, good people. That is day 10. We are going to keep hatching together, right? I told you the whole month. And listen, if you need to go deeper, click that link in my bio. Grab that 6-part audio series, use it or lose it, in that workbook. That workbook is going to help you go deeper too. It's not just busy work. It's going to help you get into the operating system so you can get your gift off the sideline and into the game and start living on you. And if you need to take it a step further, email me, flthalifecoach@gmail.com, flthelifecoach@gmail.com for your one-on-one soul truth power session. Me and you, one-on-one, right? I help you get into the operating system, uproot those limited self-sabotaging beliefs, right? Plant new ones and then give you tools to calm your nervous system down in real time, right? So you can expand. So email me and listen, until tomorrow, good people, let's keep growing. Let's keep hatching. Let's keep doing it together. FL, your life coach, always spreading that peace and love. Twice on Sunday. Go out, attract the life of your dreams. Free your damn self before you try to free somebody else. Break them trauma bonds. You already know what to do, good people. Join me tomorrow, 9 a.m. Let's keep hatching. Dare to be you. Have a great day.